The Allied victory in World War II wasn't just about brave soldiers and strategic battles fought on distant lands. It was a multifaceted triumph, a testament to more than just military prowess. It was about the immense power and unwavering dedication humming behind the front lines, the unsung heroes working tirelessly in factories. The war quickly evolved into a grueling contest of industrial might, a battle of production capabilities. Factories and rapidly expanding production lines became as crucial, if not more so, than the soldiers on the ground and the tanks rolling across battlefields. They were the lifeblood of the war effort. The Allies, spearheaded by the industrial giant that was the United States, the resilient Soviet Union, and the steadfast Great Britain, collectively outproduced the Axis powers on a truly staggering scale, a feat of manufacturing that reshaped the world. American factories, largely untouched by the ravages of war on their own soil, churned out planes in numbers previously unimaginable, ships that sailed the seas, and tanks that rolled across continents, all at record-breaking speed. The Soviet Union, even after enduring immense hardship and relocating vital factories eastward to escape the advancing enemy, consistently outpaced Germany in the production of tanks and artillery, the backbone of their war machine. Britain, facing relentless bombing raids, remarkably kept its industries running, a testament to their resilience and determination. This overwhelming industrial advantage meant that the Allies could replace losses quickly and efficiently, a crucial factor in a prolonged war. It also allowed them to keep their vast armies supplied with the necessary equipment and resources for long and demanding campaigns. This material superiority allowed the Allies to absorb even the heaviest of blows and to keep fighting relentlessly, slowly grinding down the Axis powers through a war of attrition they simply couldn't win. The Axis powers, despite their initial string of early victories and rapid territorial gains, simply couldn't match the Allies' relentless and ever-increasing flow of resources, a tide that would eventually overwhelm them. In the end, it was the unstoppable engine of Allied industry, a force of unprecedented scale and efficiency that ultimately set the stage for the hard-fought but inevitable Allied victory. Strategic decisions turned industrial power into victory. D-Day, the Allied invasion of Normandy, opened a second front and marked the beginning of the end for Nazi Germany. Meanwhile, the Soviet Union's relentless push from the east shattered German forces. In the Pacific, the US used island hopping, capturing key islands and bypassing others, to close in on Japan. Winning the Battle of the Atlantic kept vital supply lines open, making the invasion of Europe possible. Each of these moves squeezed the Axis from all sides. Strategy, fueled by production, broke the back of the Axis powers. Intelligence proved to be the Allies' secret weapon, a silent force working tirelessly behind the scenes. It was a game of wits, a constant struggle to decipher the enemy's plans before they could be put into action. Breaking Germany's Enigma code, a feat of ingenuity and perseverance, and Japan's naval codes, vital for naval dominance in the Pacific, let the Allies anticipate enemy moves, disrupt supply lines, and ultimately save countless lives on the battlefield and at sea. At Midway, code-breaking allowed the US to ambush and cripple the Japanese fleet, a decisive victory that shifted the balance of power in the Pacific. Beyond intelligence, the Axis also made fatal mistakes, strategic blunders that would cost them dearly. Germany's invasion of the Soviet Union, a vast and brutal undertaking, and Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor, a gamble that ultimately drew the United States into the war, stretched their resources thin, straining their economies and weakening their war efforts. These blunders opened new fronts, diverting resources and manpower away from critical areas, and brought the full force of Allied industry and manpower into the war, a tidal wave of production that the Axis could not match. The Allies also united nations and peoples in a common cause, transcending national boundaries and ideological differences, forging a global coalition, a united front against tyranny and oppression. Intelligence, Axis miscalculations, and Allied unity turned the tide of war, shifting the momentum decisively in favor of the Allies. The Axis powers, overconfident and divided, could not withstand the combined might of the Allies, their strategic errors compounding their disadvantages. The war was won as much by brains and unity as by bullets, a testament to the power of intelligence, collaboration, and strategic thinking. Technology played a pivotal role, giving the Allies a decisive edge in numerous battles and campaigns. It was a war of not just manpower, but also of technological prowess. Radar, a groundbreaking invention, proved crucial in helping Britain survive the relentless Blitz, providing early warnings of incoming enemy aircraft. It also played a vital role in securing the Atlantic, countering the threat of German U-boats and ensuring vital supply lines remained open. Superior aircraft, including advanced fighter planes and heavy bombers, allowed the Allies to achieve and maintain air superiority, dominating the skies over Europe and the Pacific. This dominance enabled them to cripple Axis industry through strategic bombing campaigns. The atomic bomb, a product of the top-secret Manhattan Project, ultimately forced Japan's surrender. This brought the devastating global conflict to an abrupt end, ushering in a new era. But victory was not solely a product of technology, it was also built on morale. Civilians and brave resistance fighters across occupied territories refused to give in to oppression. The unwavering belief in freedom and democracy fueled Allied determination and resolve. Allied victory was forged from innovation, courage, and the unbreakable will to resist tyranny and oppression at all costs. The world that emerged from the ashes of war was forever changed by these engines of victory, both technological and human.